When we think about like these moments of the eternal, when we go to our water bodies, I mean that the great spectrum of time suddenly collapses in on itself.
So Mashapaug would have been an inland village where it's inland, where there's fresh water, it's where the game is for hunting, it's where you're protected by the arbor of trees. But there were many villages across this whole area, and most of them were near some kind of body of water.
And it is a place today where we go to offer prayer and sing songs to remind our ancestors that we are still here, and we ask them to stay with us, that we need their wisdom.
When the introduction to colonists came, when European conquest came to this land, that conquest was not just for what people considered the vacant land. It was really for those resources that were there.
Well, Gorham Silver Manufacturing Company was started in downtown Providence. In 1892, they built a plant on Mashapaug Pond because it had easy access to water, and it vied with Tiffany as being the most important silver manufacturer in the world. But there was no kind of awareness about the impact of dumping its mercury, heavy metals into Mashapaug Pond. And so primarily the cove of Mashapaug very much suffered.
Opposite Gorham's, across the pond, there was another little settlement between Niantic Avenue and the pond. Clearly that community there was people of Indian descent from not very far away from the pond.
Because it was mostly people of color, and most of them all had some Indian ancestry. It was like the Indian town reconstituted itself, in a sense, from the original Indian town that was there that the settlers felt needed to be moved.
As a child living in that area, it was like Disneyland. I mean, it was just a playground. It was for kids anyway. But the thing that stands out to me about West Elmwood is that everybody knew each other. Regardless of your race, everybody knew each other.
I looked up and I saw the sign, Niantic Avenue. And I said, oh my goodness, this is what people have been telling me. This is what has happened to West Elmwood. The area was not there for me to remember anymore. It's almost like losing one of your peers.
Despite the extreme degradation of that pond, it is still beautiful. Even though it's sick, we need to care for it, and part of that care is the education of people around the pond.
One of the major problems is cyanobacteria, which is an overabundance of nutrients coming in from the storm drains and oils and things from our cars.
We can make real change now within our communities, within our homeland. And so from that, hopefully, we can expand greater and greater. you find yourself taken back to that time before. Understanding who you are and carrying that close to you is always at the heart of what has allowed us to continue and not disappear.
This is our homeland, this is our land, and we will walk to the ponds, and we will walk to the waters, and we will give thanks to the Creator for this space and this place.